Hello, and welcome to the very first episode on Castor Studio's YouTube channel. My name is Guy Berthiaume, and I plan to cover topics such as gaming, software, computer technology, electronics, programming, and much, much more, all with a retro theme in mind. A little history about myself. I am a Canadian living near Quebec City in the province of Quebec. Started using computers in my teens during the mid-1990s, learning how to use DOS and programming in Quick Basic, Visual Basic, as well as making drawings and animations. Those initial steps into the world of computers helped me get to where I am today, as I am now a software engineer programming mainly in C#, JavaScript, although I do employ several other languages. I also enjoy the occasional electronics project, most recently Arduino and Raspberry Pi. Finally, I like to build scale models in my free time. So in this episode, I'll be talking about my very first computer. It all started when I was 15. My father, being encouraged by my high school principal in my computer skills, purchased a 486 DX2 100 MHz with 514 megabyte hard drive, 4 megabytes of RAM, a sound card, a 2x CD-ROM drive, and a nice 15-inch screen. The whole bundle cost $1,000 plus taxes and was purchased at Staples, or known locally as Bureau en Gros in French. The brand was Patriot Computer. It came loaded with absolutely nothing, and I had to figure everything out on my own. There was no internet back then, just the thick instruction manuals and lots of patience. IBM PC-DOS 6.1 installation was straightforward, as well as Windows 3.11. When I got to the Sound Blaster 16 card, it took me a good hour to figure it out. I finally got the software installed, and when I tested it, I forgot to check the volume on the speakers. The next thing I knew, loud Mexican music was playing full blast very late at night. Fortunately, it didn't wake up my parents. Over the next few months, I learned various DOS commands, very useful to optimize memory to run games, and was pleasantly surprised to see that Windows 95 worked very well on my PC. I got my very first taste of computer animation using Autodesk Animator and started programming in Quick Basic and eventually Visual Basic for Windows. This was also when I started using Adobe Photoshop version 3 for art. At one point I wanted to upgrade to 8 megabytes of RAM, mainly for improved video game performance. Not knowing how this was done, I put the beige pizza box of a PC in an exercise bag and biked halfway across town with it slung to my shoulder. Not a great idea for the hard disk, but then again, I didn't know any better. I asked the guy in the PC store to show me how it was performed, the upgrade, and was astonished how easy it was. After that, I started taking apart the 46, at first just a few components, to remove dust, and eventually I tore the whole computer apart as I built up my confidence in myself. Over the next few years, various upgrades were performed, such as a faster CD-ROM and upgraded to a whopping 40 megs of RAM. When I got my first job, I built a new PC and gave the 46 to my younger sister. Time went by and she eventually got another PC and returned the 46 to me. It collected dust, and eventually I threw out the computer, keeping just the hard drive and the software that came with the PC. Something I regret very much doing many years later as retro computing became a thing. If it was not for my dad who invested in his son, I am not sure I'd be as computer savvy as I am today, and I'm very grateful for this. This is my little story of my first computer, and I'd like to hear about your first computer in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.